Step 9. Drying, storing and transporting. This part is all about making sure that your tea light house dries without warping and that you get it to us safely. Firstly, you will need the skewer, an old newspaper and a board to dry your tea light house on. You can also use a piece of cardboard for this. You will need some cling film, the pottery chart that is in your pack, the piece of material that was in your pack, and a box. This box is for transporting your work in, so it can be a plastic or a cardboard box. Firstly, you'll want to make sure that your tea light house stands securely. If it is a little bit wobbly, what you can do is hold it down with one hand on the base, the other hand by the side, and then with applying gentle pressure downwards, move over a smooth, flat surface in a circle. Then go the other way. If there are any bits that are sticking out, you will notice that those are rubbed, which should rub the surface nice and even so that your house stands without wobbling. The next step will be to sign the house to make sure that we can identify it as yours. In your clay pack, you will find the pottery chart. You should have been given an ID number when you collected your pack. This is different to the order number that you would receive in your email if you ordered the pack online. It is a 3-digit number. Please put it here and also here. There is an example in the pack as well to help you see how you can fill this in. Please print clearly. Make sure you put a description of how many houses you made, whether it was one or more. In terms of the glazing, we have 2 different types of firings. There's the bisque firing and the glaze firing. The bisque firing turns the tea light house from clay to ceramic. It will look quite a matte colour. It will no longer be affected if it is splashed by water. If you have the bisque firing, you can also have the work glazed afterwards, or you can come in to us for a glazing session. If you just want the first firing, circle bisque. Part of the clay pack, we offer the option to have your house dipped in some glaze. The option is transparent or white. This house has been glazed in transparent, so you can see it is quite a warm colour and it looks nice and glassy. In comparison, the white is quite a cool colour. It is an opaque glaze. If you would like us to dip the house in a glaze for you, then circle bisque as well as glaze. And in the description, be sure to choose to put your choice, transparent or white. If you would like to come back for a glazing session and use one of the 12 colours we offer, then please just circle bisque and then go online www.kitestudios.org and book a glazing session. Once you have flattened the base on your tea light house, please inscribe your ID number. If my number is 565, then I will put 565 here using the skewer. Please make sure that it is legible. You can also inscribe your name or a message if this is a present for someone. Always support the clay from underneath wherever you are pressing. The next step will be drying this. Get your board, cover it with a couple of layers of newspaper. Place your tea light house with the facade down. Use some cling film to cover the house and tuck the ends under very carefully. This should help it to dry evenly. In most cases, the house should be completely dry within 1 or 2 days and ready to bring to us for firing. When clay dries, it changes in colour. Goes from a darker colour to an almost white. We call this stage bone dry. Clay in this stage is extremely fragile and it is not very shock resistant. If it gets a bump, it can quite easily crack. This is why it's important to be quite careful when transporting your work. Take a box and put the material in that was in your pack to form a cushion. Put your house in the box. This should keep it safe for transport. If you're driving and you're worried that this is going to be jostled about, you might also like to use a tea towel to cushion the house from the sides. You can also scrunch up some newspaper around it instead of the tea towel. Please include your completed pottery chart. When you arrive, a member of staff will tear off this receipt and give it to you. We guarantee that the work will be fired whether you're having just a bisque or the bisque and dip glaze within 1 month. Sometimes it may be ready earlier. If you would like to check at any point if your house is ready to collect or if it's ready for you to book your glazing session, please either call or email us. Contact details are here on your receipt. Make sure to quote your ID number and we'll be easily able to look up and see whether your house is ready for you to collect.